All right, guys, and welcome back to Rob's Arcade, or what's left of this empty room. As you can see, we now have even less in here than we had last week. I feel like if you go through the last few Rob's Arcade midweek breakdowns, you will see less and less stuff in Rob's Arcade. It's kind of sad. We got just a few days, a couple of days here, and we are out the door. So I'm going to have to make this introduction to the midweek breakdown pretty quick. Now, for those of you who already know the midweek breakdown, kind of come to you guys, talk about what's going on, break down the middle of the week, kind of give you guys a little something to help, you get through the rest of the week, as well as hit the comic book shop. We all know Wednesday as well as Hump Day is new comic book day. And today will be pretty special because this will not only be the final time I hit Richmond Comics for a while, but this is also the final episode of Rob's Arcade for this season, not forever. I will be coming back to you guys, as I've said before, season 4 from Florida. Season Florida. I don't know, bad twist there. But that will be really exciting. New locations, maybe new comic book shops, and just a lot of new content. I will have to work a little bit on my scheduling, with my work and just the way things have been here. I've been nice to get to you guys Monday episodes as well as stuff on Wednesday, and just knowing that every Wednesday I'll be able to do this. We'll see going into the future what my schedule is like, but I promise I will still give you guys lots of cool content. Now, as I said, we're kind of in crunch time. My last Monday episode was about under pressure, and we are definitely feeling the pressure now of getting everything done. In fact, just these 2 minutes that are creeping by are 2 minutes I can be out on the road getting stuff knocked out. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this brief. I gotta get the truck loaded up, hit the dump, hit the comic shop, and Home Depot today. Like, those are my missions to accomplish, and then come back and, I've cleaned up my closet. I'm cleaning up my closet. Now I've got to kind of pack everything up that's loose in here, which is really just comic book boxes. Went to the comic shop actually yesterday, hung out with Andrew and his brother Tommy, as well as with my wife, and got some lunch. That was really cool. Probably one of the last times I hang out with those two guys for a while. And then we hit the comic shop, of course, Richmond Comics. You never get enough comic shop in your week. And I grabbed some boxes. So now I'm up to like 19 boxes of comics. And that's pretty much the only thing in here aside from my PlayStation and just like a couple of loose little odds and ends. I've got my buddy Tigger here. He's ready to hit forward, of course. And then R4. These guys are moving buddies. We all know you need your moving buddy for the trip. And like I said, other than that, it's pretty much empty. Tomorrow, hopefully we get the truck loaded up, hang out with some friends, want to do some stuff with my cousin Holden, maybe do some bowling. That sounds like the best option at this point. And then Friday morning, we get everything else up into the truck and hit the road by about lunchtime is our game plan. So like I said, today is just about getting those loose ends, all the tools packed away that I'm going to take, cleaning out like the utility room, stuff like that. My wife's knocking out the kitchen right now, and then we'll start like cleaning windows and that whole nine. So that's what I've got going on. Yesterday was just a lot of running around as well, not working anymore. If you guys didn't catch the Monday show, Saturday was my last day. Technically, I went in, only worked for a few minutes because Andrew, bless his heart, didn't quite understand the switching of the scheduling and how all that was all supposed to lay out. So I wound up getting the whole day off, so I haven't worked really since Friday. But yeah, I had a great weekend. But yeah, Monday, Tuesday, it's just been, running to CVS to get tape, running to the auto place to, drop off the battery, the old core, dropping off my car this morning to get inspected. Hopefully that goes good. They're going to take a look at that sometime tomorrow. I was really surprised. It had some get up and go still. Hesitated a little bit, but the thing's been sitting for like a year and a half, 2 years, and fired right up. And they're going to inspect it, get an oil change. Hopefully that won't dent my pockets too much. And yeah, I guess that's about where we're at with this Wednesday so far. So without further ado, let me go ahead, let me get this truck loaded up. Let's hit the dump, let's hit the comic shop, get back here, wrap up this video, and meet you guys on the other side. All right, see ya. Get us about what? An hour? We can do this in about an hour. So you set your clocks now. Oh man, here we go. Wow. This is bittersweet. This is one of those things like you just never really, I guess, think about. Like, oh wow, this is gonna be my last time coming to the store, coming to the shop. I mean, I know like I'll be back in Richmond. I'll come back, visit for the holidays, come back and see my parents and all of that kind of stuff. And when I'm in town, I'll definitely make it a, make it a habit of popping in every time I come into town, popping back into Richmond Comics, popping back into Vinny, saying hi to everybody. But there was never, I think, a time where I was like, yeah, I won't be coming here for, I did, and I stopped coming for a long period of time in my 20s, I guess. But it's always been here for me, it's, since I was 12 years old, I've been coming to Richmond Comics, 12, 13 years old. It's changed locations a few times, but I've tried to keep up with them no matter where they've moved to. They've always, I think, feel like been on Midlothian Turnpike here. But anyway, guys, here we go. Let's hope I don't cry all over the pages and get everything all like sopped and wet and damaged and stuff. Wow. I held it together pretty good all the way through my whole shopping experience here at Richmond Comics, and even at checkout. But I can't lie, it's like a little piece of my heart broke walking out the door knowing that it's not going to be there for me next. Well, it's going to be there for me next week. I'm not going to be there for them. Yeah, it's a little heartbreaking, and it's amazing. Out of a lot of things I'm going to miss in Richmond Comics is going to be one of the biggest things to help me get through it. I also got some nice comics today, but I also got this really cool Richmond Comics mug, some really cool stickers, and then I even went with my receipt today. I typically don't do the receipt. I don't like to be reminded of how much money I spend in the comic shop, but it's my last trip, and I did want to have that date documented, written down somewhere. This date here in July whatever we're on now. Seventh? Sounds about right. Goodbye, Richmond Comics. It's been real. Let me through big truck, and then I'll let you through. How about that? Yay, we made it through together, mate. Hey guys, well, this segment of Rob's Arcade isn't endorsed by or sponsored by Apple products, or Apple AirPods, but I recommend you get some. These things are stupid sweet, really convenient, and yeah, they are mad expensive, so I didn't buy these for myself. But my coworkers were nice enough to hook me up with a going away gift and getting me some super sweet AirPods. It's kind of like, I guess, a retirement from Vinny's. Now, I can't say enough about these. This is actually the first time I'm using them in a video, and as you can see, there's no long cord stretching out like Rip Van Winkle's long white beard after a long nap, sleeping hundreds and hundreds of years. But not only that, they make communicating hands-free really easy. They look super cool and futuristic. And you know what? I'm pretty sure they're giving me brain cancer right now. Plus, they make my hair look great. So guys, I don't know what you're waiting for. Even though they're not sponsoring us, I recommend you go out, get yourself a pair of AirPods, get cancer like everybody else in the brain. Back to Rob's Arcade. Thanks for hanging out. Because the freaking dump is closed on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Let's figure this shit out. Works for me. Well, all right, everybody, and welcome back to Rob's Arcade. Looks like we had just a little bit over an hour to get everything situated. Jeez, where does the whole day go? I have no idea. So The dump was really easy because, well, the dump was closed. But I tried a few different dumps, and apparently they're all closed on Wednesdays and Thursdays, so that was kind of a no-go. And I almost aborted like all of my missions today, but I said no. My wife needs boxes, my wife needs bubble wrap, and we need mulch. So somehow I managed to make all of it work. On top of that, got my father his storage unit for tomorrow morning, so that's a plus. Hit the comic book shop. Got this really cool mugs I mentioned earlier with some stickers inside as well. You know me, my stickers. Love my stickers. And then, of course, my receipt to remember the day, which it should be hard to remember this day. 7/7 seems like a pretty easy date to remember. 7/7/2021, the last day that I'm hitting Richmond Comics. Pretty sad. Pretty sad day. But man, yeah, the adventure did not stop today. It's just been a crazy whirlwind. As soon as I'm done this, I'm gonna run into the house, get a bunch of totes and stuff that my wife needs so we can get everything packed away. I'm guessing our truck is all squared away. Haven't really been talking about that a whole lot. So let's go ahead and see what I picked up today. We've got the new adventures from Star Wars Adventures, Tales of Villainy, number 6. This has been a really cool issue and a really cool comic book. It gives you like multiple stories per issue, so you're not getting just like one story per issue. I kind of like that. And then some of the stories will be a little bit of one-shots, and then the other stories will kind of continue to the next issue, and then you get like another fresh batch of stories. Really cool, really fun. I'm going to save this guy to the last because this was a very special, very fun purchase. From Marvel here, we've got some Marvel X-Force number 21. Really cool cover. Like this one a lot. Went today for more of one cover. Didn't get a whole lot of variants. So this is kind of like, this is going to be that issue, you know. Shang-Chi. Take 4. Shang-Chi number 2 versus Captain America. Again, very cool variant cover. Let's see here. Going to keep with the Marvel here. Going. Is this War of the Bounty Hunters? Bounty Hunters number 14. Becoming one of the most crazy pain in the butt arcs I've had to deal with as of yet. Huge title. Like, I thought Batman did some crazy like multi-title, you know, story crossovers. This one is absolutely insane. It's like every Star Wars title is tied into this War of the Bounty Hunters. Kicking back into Marvel again, we've got some Amazing Spider-Man. Looks like the annual number 2. A lot of Spider-Man titles. I can't keep up with this anymore either. I might have just like, I love Spider-Man, but geez, I need to like narrow that down. Okay, look, we got some other stuff going on. I want to try to keep this in the Marvel set until, here we go. But this was a lot of fun. I keep seeing advertisements for this. This is the Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers, War of the She-Hulk, Part 1. I don't know about you guys, but really looking forward to War of the She-Hulk, as well as the She-Hulk series coming from Disney+. Anybody to catch Loki today? Anybody? Huh? What a cool episode. Lots of ups and downs, a lot of cool reunions, you know. Can't wait to see how this all wraps up. Next week is the final episode of Loki, the very final episode. And I'm just going to say, I know this week's episode, I'm not going to do any spoilers, but I know this week's episode was an amazing episode because, well, it brought tears to my wife's eyes. We're going to come back to Marvel in just a second, but let's go ahead and skip over to Image Comic Books with Noctera from Mr. Snyder. Loving this series. This is one of those where I'm like, you know, where is this going? How's this going to wrap up kind of a thing? And I'm not really sure just yet. But yeah, Daniel and Snyder providing some amazing work on this title. Really digging it. Let's go ahead and jump into some DC action. Really cool cover from the Swamp Thing, part 5 of 10. Speaking of part 5, coming to you from V, the Roman numeral, and Spicer, and Spicer. Yeah, I don't know. Really cool cover, like this like bomb effect they got going on here. Really cool title. Always love some Swamp Thing. Coming fresh out the box, we got some Crush and our Father Lobo. Going to see how maybe this all ties into the Teen Titan Academy. Kind of feels like it's all kind of squared away in there somewhere. A little bit of a crossover going on. Keeping up with the DC titles. So we got the Batman Fortnite 0 Point. This one right here I'm going to keep bagged. It's like, this one I'm going to open up, I think. And then this one I got for my boy. Really cool cover. But then I also got myself one that I think I'm going to keep this one bagged. Just a super sick cover. Really sick. Really sick cover. So that one issue there is from my buddy Anthony. Already waiting for me down there in Florida. Be coming at you soon, bro. And then, of course, Life is Strange, Coming Home. Really cool video game. One of my favorite games. Really emotional title there. I think it's like one of the first video games that really struck a chord in me that made me like actually get like emotionally upset. So looking forward to this. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy. Now this looks extremely special. We have the Amazing Spider-Man 70, 1.25, $15. I think this is like a very rare special edition cover. I don't know what all this really means here, but it was on the special wall. And this was that comic book that, you know, among all my other comic books that I have, and all these guys are going right into the box. There's no time to read anything. Won't be able to read anything till I get back to Florida. But of everything that I'm taking with me to Florida, this will be that book that I remember as that special book that I got from Richmond Comics at my last visit on 7/7/2021. How can I forget that date? I don't know how I'll ever forget that date. Oh, guys, well, I am sweaty, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I still have a lot to do, but I really want to thank you guys so much for just kind of hanging out with me throughout this entire season. We went a little bit longer just to make sure you guys were hanging out with me right up until the last moment. Hopefully, I'll be able to get you guys some cool footage of me actually moving into our new digs. This won't just be like a, hey, boom, here we are. I like to kind of like show you guys some of our progression into our new place, our new apartment. And, you know, as I keep telling everybody, this isn't the end. This is simply to be continued. And I can't wait to see you guys in our new spot, in our new digs, the new Rob's Arcade, the new format, new episodes, new shows, new times, same channel. Right, guys? Don't make me cry. I'm gonna miss you. Remember, it's not goodbye. It's to be continued. And of course, until next time, guys, do not spend that quarter anywhere else. Thank you so much for hanging out in Rob's Arcade. Later.